Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome one and all to Quick Build 2.0. We're not going to talk about that. What we're actually gonna focus. Where's the puppy? I need to strangle a thing right now. You just hear like a whimper, and that would actually be really creepy and scary, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. But yes, welcome to the first 1v1 champion battle of Quick Build 2.0, and I am excited, both because I am going to build for the first time in way too long, but because you guys gave this new Quick Build such a wonderfully warm reception, and I loved it. It was overwhelming. Give all of yourselves a cookie and a pat on the face because you have earned it. There was, however, some feedback, and we're going to talk about that as we play, as I'm going to do some cool things that will make, hopefully, everyone happy. But first and foremost, the winner, as you can see, was OJ Pixel with his film set Star Wars build. He has challenged me on the topic of medieval, so let's do this thing. 3, 2, 1. We've totally already... Yeah. It's one of those days today. It's just wanted to work. 3. It's absolute. I'm not We're okay, everybody. We're okay. I'm not insane. What are you talking about? That's fine. Everything is just totally cool. We have 12 minutes on the clock as we begin the first championship battle. I have not quick builded in ages. I have not placed blocks in ages. So you're going to have to give me a little bit, only a tiny bit. I will admit, only a small amount, but you are going to have to give me some slack, as I am going to be a little bit on the rusty side of things. However, I am... Hey, Q-Rexu, just thought he'd pop in. Why am I surprised at this point? Just really, even OJ knows. Kira's just upset that he got beaten, I think. I think Kira's just being a little bit bitter, because that's how the Kira do. So I want these to come forward. Basically, what I'm trying to make is something that probably looks a lot better in my head. But then again, most quick builds I ever do, I will genuinely admit this. I don't mind admitting this. Most quick builds I do look fantastic in my head. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I guess it's a make sense thing. All you need to know is that when the Pope goes to spring, he flies with the pigeons. Okay, so effectively what I'm going for here is I'm going to be building a form of medieval weaponry, and you may be able to guess the form that I am going for, you may be able to not, but either way, it should be pretty good. At least that's what I am assuming it should be. It may turn out to be completely terrible, but at least then I know that I tried, and is that not the important thing? I think we can all agree that that is the important thing. So basically we're going to be going along like this for a while until we get to about here, I would say. I just really don't want to Tom and Jerry my first champion battle, okay? Because I refuse to go down. Though it is tradition that I do lose the first episode of any given series that I do start, so it wouldn't be completely ridiculous for this to happen. Also, I just realized that this is a little bit on the wrong side of things, but that's okay. If we do that there, we can delete those ones, put that there, replace them, and there we go, looking pretty good. Gonna keep this going forward just a little bit more, and now we should be pretty much okay. So if I bring this down here, we're gonna switch colors of wood here. We're gonna go a little bit mental, and we're gonna switch these colors, and now we're gonna build in actual blocks. Why would I just search for a block? I'm like, game, bequeath upon me the block that I need in my hour of need. Don't know why I thought that was a good thing to say as well. Can you guess the type of medieval weaponry that I'm going for here? I imagine you should be able to by now, or at least you should be able to if I've not failed horribly. But of course, as there is a very good chance I have failed horribly, perhaps, yeah, no, we're just not going to worry about that. I'm trying to make it too fancy, I think, is my real problem. So I kind of just need to go for it and not worry too much as it currently stands what it actually looks like. I think that makes a lot more sense. I will do this one just to keep it symmetrical. It's gotta be OCD worthy if we're wanting it to be absolutely flawless. Absolutely flawless, because isn't that right, Harry? We need it to be flawless. I know you care as much as I do about the flawlessness of this build. Okay, so we got that there. That's looking pretty good. I want now a fence. There's actually 8 minutes remaining. There's actually 8 minutes remaining, and that makes me very, very happy. Just 8 mins, there we go. That's actually pretty good. No twists, pure building. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm going to assume it's hilarious. So we have this going on, and then what I'm going to need is this coming out like here, like so. We're going to go down 3, back 1, down 3, back 1, and there we go. That actually kind of looks like how I want it to look like, which I'll admit is surprising, and I'll also admit it shouldn't be surprising, but you gotta realize that rust is real. So you're probably thinking, Rage, what about the feedback you were talking about? Ah, yes, the feedback. Well, a lot of you made very valid points to do with the series. A lot of them were positive, yes, but there were some very valid negatives on the flip side. Is that mirrored? It looks pretty mirrored. Right? I'm not going crazy. 4 and then a 3. No, it went the wrong way. It went the wrong way. It went the wrong way. There we go. That's more correct. And then this one here. And then we delete this one and this one. And then boom, like a boss. Let's get some spider web. Why is there no web? What is web? That's Wen. We don't need Wendy. You don't put Wendy in a web. I'm actually very stressed. I haven't felt stressed in a quick build in so long, and now I'm really stressed, and it's actually like really affecting my performance. And that sounds like I'm talking about something else, and we're not going to worry about that. We're not going to worry about that at all. But what you need to realize is that this could happen to anyone, okay? It affects a lot of quick builders. I'm not weird. I didn't expect this to be as suddenly stressful as it actually is being. This is kind of ridiculous to me. Okay, so we got the string. As you can probably see, I'm making a ballista, which, to be fair, it actually currently looks kind of like a ballista. So I am happy in that regard, but in other regards, it looks stupid. So I'm sad in that regard. I want to get done the rest of my build, because obviously knowing me, you know, I don't do half measures. I obviously had a bigger... Did I just delete a thing? I did just delete a thing. I obviously have a bigger plan for this ballista, but for right now, I just want to get it built, so at least I have something. It looks like my champion opponent over there is having a similar medieval weaponry idea, so it's kind of a comparison there. But yeah, there was a lot of valid feedback on the episode, mainly surrounding the 2 points of contention, which was having pro trials like weeklies and having the topic be hidden until the end. Obviously, this one I'm sure you're all going to like because it runs like it used to do, because we don't need to worry about the champion battle. But for what I'm going to do then, to address them, is in the description, there is a straw poll asking you guys about having the weeklies in quick builds. So effectively, what I'm going to say is, if the most popular response is no weeklies, then they shall go. If the most popular response is yes weeklies, then they shall stay. I can't really do it in a fairer way than that, guys. And as for the topic, what I'm going to do is actually make the topic appear on screen at the start of the quick build and be like, if you wish to be in the dark like me and the contestants, look away now. If you wish to know, then simply keep watching. So everyone can choose how much they want to know and how everything is, which I think does make a lot of sense. So yeah, let me know what you think about them. I'll go back to panicking now because, well, actually it looks kind of really like a ballista, now that I think about it. I don't think there's anything too inherently wrong with it as it's currently standing. I'm going to put these out here, make them raise up a little bit just to give it more support at the back like that, so it looks more like it actually comes down. We're going to have the flex, which stop the shot going off too early, all up in here. If we do that, make them raise like this, and then boom, boom, boom. That looks pretty good. We've got that going on. Then we just need the actual arrow to be launched. So that actually is going to work out pretty nice. We're going to have a dark arrow that has been fired off this, as well as one that is obviously going to be ready to be fired. Now, it's going to look a little bit one-sided, because while I needed to build it in a double to make it work, actually we could just do a double-length ballista shot. Now that I think about it, there's nothing terrifically wrong with that. So we will line this up like so, and then we don't actually need a flight on a ballista shot, just because it's so powerful that it makes sense without one. We're going to have fence. Iron fence, come on iron fence, I believe, come on you iron fences. Sounds like a really weird football team where they just hit each other with iron fences. I would pay to see that sport, just a bunch of people running around trying to clobber each other to death with fences. I could see that being, you know, really quite the enjoyable experience. So we have our main ballista shot here. I'm going to get a bit of slabbage just to give it a little bit more texture so the arrow actually does come down to more of a point. There we go. So the real question is what I was going to do with the rest of my build. Would you believe me if I told you I was planning on making it really small scale so I could shoot people with it? Because technically speaking, that's what I was actually trying to do, and I kind of didn't expect it to turn out this big. You know, sometimes you just don't expect it to be as big as it is. I'm technically an adult. I'm going to just give it more support, basically, because obviously these weapons were notoriously powerful, and if not supported correctly, they really will just break because of the force that goes off when they do get fired. So I am cool with putting that there. We can delete that bottom one, we can do that bottom one. In fact, if we just do that, that makes a lot more sense and it looks nicer. The powers of the stairs is strong. So if we have this here, have that there, that kind of makes sense. The slab underneath, this one here, and then basically I just need to kind of make it come from the same place as this, don't I? So if I have that there, make that come from the top. How did I do this? How did I make it look good? There we go. Did it, guys. I did it. We need to delete that. We don't need that anymore. Put that there. There's 1 minute left. No, I need a pizzazz. I need some pizzazz in my returning build. How do I get the pizzazz? Where is the pizzazz from? Who owns the pizzazz? Is the pizzazz even real? All very valid and important questions in the Quick Builder's arsenal. So we've got this all ready to go. We've got the ballista. So I guess what we should actually have is a previous shot actually going through something like a wall. I can't build a wall in 30 seconds though. What do I build in the 30 seconds? How do I make this work? Oh, I need the struts that actually hold the shot in place. So I'm going to get them and build them with this, like so. If I just build that up there, then this actually is what guides the shot forward in order to be successfully fired. There we go. We've got that. I don't know, there's 10 seconds left, and I don't have a way of, okay, I know, my go-to, this is my go-to, alright, okay, I'm going to have someone riding the ballista. That makes sense. This is going to be a giant ballista owned by a sadistic giant named Polypapapapus, and he likes to fire humans on his ballistas because I like armor stands. And this guy is called Steve. I'm going to make a sign, and he's actually called Stephen Shire, but he likes to be Steve for short. And this is Stephen Shire of Ballista Shire of the Shire, but not hobbits. And time is up. Stop. I tried for the pizzazz. I mean, I did try for the pizzazz. I'll admit it wasn't what I expected it would be, but I did try for the pizzazz. So you gotta remember, I had the topic sprung on me before the start of the show. He's known what it's been for ages, so I'm just saying. Okay, so me in vote 1 on the right, I have built a medieval ballista, which is all ready to go, and it has a random individual being shot off the ballista. It's got all the supports and the struts, got the string, got the bolt loaded, and genuinely, I am happy for my first ever quick build in months. I will admit that vote won. Over on, that was good English by the way, the failure. Over on the challengers side, we have a wall ready to go with an individual getting ready to get shot, and we have a medley of siege weapons. We have a catapult firing at my build, we have a trebuchet ready to launch its payload, and we have a archer tower slowly making its way to the wall, and that is your vote too. So, everybody, let me know what you thought of the championship battle, but for now, I will see you in the next selection process on the four-way battle, where we will know if OJ has won his prize and gets to go in the Hall of Champions, which I think is what I'm going to make the old arena underneath the main arena. I think that's kind of a good idea. Also, this arena here is kind of a work in progress. I'm still deciding how I actually want the 1v1 to be, but this kind of works for now. Let's have a massive round of goodness, likes, and etc., as much as I hate to ask for the first champion battle. But yeah, my name's been Rage, but like, if you've enjoyed this, really just help and subscribe for more. Vote 1, vote 2, goodbye. You've been watching